dedicated autograph jersey from number 99, Aaron Judge. So the bidding opens on Saturday at 8. And that's a pitch violation on a 3-2 count, and Stanton gets a walk.
Wow.
And doesn't see ball 4.
Well, Rodriguez wants the ball down, the ball's up. And again, when Gleyber doesn't try to pull everything, he is such a good hitter. He stays behind it and just shoots it the other way. And right off the bat in Yankee Stadium, no doubt. Big high leg kick, but balance. He doesn't go forward. He posts up against that front leg, lets the ball get deep, and just drives it the other way. Picture perfect, even in slow motion.
Well, you've been preaching this. You've been a big proponent of it. That right field was built for him and his swing.
Yeah, when he doesn't get bull happy again, I don't think that Gleyber is hot. I think that this is just the way that he is able to swing the bat. If he stays locked in and just seeing the ball and hitting where it's pitched.
That's the 4th career home run for Torres off Erod. Most of any pitcher that Torres hit home runs against. And it's Erod's most to any batter. See if they greenlight Volpe. Nope, taking all the way, 3-1. Gashioka on deck. And he uses his timeout. And the 3-2. He walked him. That time he actually threw ball 4.
So, Michael, I'm going to venture to say that we saw something last night, and it's not a good thing, but I don't think it's ever happened before.
Tell me.
Manning, right? Starting pitcher.
Right.
Broken foot, 119.5 off of Stanton's back.
Right.
Second time this year he has had a comebacker to break his right foot.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's I mean, like you said, you can't make it up.
No. And he was on one of probably the best stretch of his young career.
Yeah.
Now, Higashioka, because of Austin Wells being called up, he's lost playing time. So you know that Rortvedt's going to catch Cole, and in the 5 games since he's been up, Wells has caught 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So Higashioka does get a rare start, and he said he understands. And you know what he did the other day? Kyle Higashioka sent Austin Wells to a high-end men's shop in Manhattan to get him a suit made.
Wow. That's old school.
Yeah.
You know, I got called up. We went to the Galleria in Houston.
Grounded to Baez. There's one. The throw first, not in time.
And so I went shopping with some of the old, you know, the older players, and back then they would buy the young guys stuff. I got a pair of Calvin Klein jeans, and I still remember the stitching on the back. I thought, wow, this is really cool. He's bought me a pair of jeans. Higgy bought a suit, though.
A custom-made, bespoke suit.
Now the salaries have gone up.
Hey, that's the second time that we know of it that has happened this year. Aaron Judge bought young Anthony Volpe a suit when the year started to make sure he looked good for the road trips. But Kyle Higashioka, Michael, has been awesome with these young guys. Obviously, as you had mentioned, he's losing some playing time, but he has been in every pitcher and catcher meeting, talking to Wells, talking to Ben Rortvedt, letting him know how he used to catch guys, what to look for, what the guys like to do, and really trying to ease the transition process. You don't have to do that as a veteran, but really shows you what kind of guy Kyle Higashioka
And I'll
is.
tell you one thing. If Aaron Judge is going to buy you a suit, it's not a hand-me-down because nobody can wear his suits. They're too big.
It'd be
It's
a
not like,
lot of tailoring, Paul.
it's not like he pulled one out of the closet and said, hey, I don't want, well, I'm not really going to wear this one. I'll just hand it down. That won't work.
Little known fact, I don't like to, talk up myself, but I bought Shackle and Ruocco suits.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
Still waiting.
Grounded to short. That's one. On to first. That's a double play. Did Torkelson keep his foot on the bag? Well, Tomlinson said he did. Nice play by Baez. Flips with the glove. And then Ibanez with the strong throw. And I didn't buy them suits. We'll be back.
Okay, who here has reached peak fall?
Peak what?
Peak fall!
I am wearing plaid.
And I'm wearing a cardigan.
I guess I am eating snickerdoodle cookie dough.
And I am eating a pumpkin pie blizzard.
The new DQ Fall Blizzard menu has reached peak fall. Pumpkin pie, snickerdoodle cookie dough, and more. They are back!
I just love fall.
Apparently we all do.
Oh, they did it! Peak fall achieved! DQ, happy tastes good.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. That's why Ace has free in-store and curbside pickup, or even same-day delivery from your locally owned neighborhood Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Crow.
Get ready.
It's a blockbuster September on Disney Plus.
Holy dewdrop!
With the biggest movies, shows, and so much more.
A little over the top, don't you think?
Plus, a limited time offer. 3 months of Disney Plus with ads for just $1.99 a month.
Wow. What are we waiting for? Let's go!
It's a blockbuster September, right here on Disney Plus.
I'll take it slow, but it's hard to do when you're a lion like me on a line like you. You got the hands that
Walmart Plus members save on delivery, gas, plus so much more. Join today.
Time for memorable moments in Yankees history, presented by Prevision, the #1 pharmacist recommended memory support brand. We go back to 2014 on this day, Derek Jeter's first day at the stadium. Mom and Dad were there, of course, and his former teammates. Cal Ripken showed up, Winnie, Dave Winfield, and this was impressive. Michael Jordan made the trip. Derek gave a little speech, and now his #2 is up there in left center field with all the other retired numbers. Hanging out right next to Club 21.
I had an afro in that picture, Michael. Why didn't you tell me my hair was too long?
You love to rock that. 2-1 Tigers over the Yankees. Lipsius will lead off against Rodon as we start the third. Derek's going to be back Saturday for Old Timers Day, his first Old Timers Day here at the stadium. The 2-0. 2-1. He's got some ride to the fastball. That was just 92, but it had hop.
Yeah, you got to start noticing that Rodon, he doesn't get a lot, or he hasn't so far this year, a lot of swing and misses on his fastball like he has in the past. And that's a true sign that, the ball is not really jumping at the end. And, whether it's from the injury, whether he's not all the way back, I don't know. But, velocity has been there.
Lined into right field. It's a base hit for Lipsius. Now, one of the worst nights of the year was when our good friend Pete Stendel got hit with an errant throw and suffered an eye injury. And he has been on the shelf for a while, and there he is. He's back. He's better than ever, rocking a great-looking mustache. We love the man. We're so thrilled that he has recovered and made his way back to work because he's a genius at what he does, and he happens to be a hell of a guy, too.
I like Pete out there, rocking the long hair and the stash. He had a lot of time to work on that stuff.
That's right.
Good to see you again.
Great to see you, Pete. Good man. Last time we saw him, he was on a medical cart being wheeled out of here. So to see him back working, we love it. Oh and 1 on Veerling. Fly ball, deep left. Going back is Pereira. It's going to be over his head and up against the wall. Lipsius rounds third. They're waving him home. No throw. He will score. It's an RBI double for Veerling, and it's 3-1 Detroit.
Again, the second time Veerling has hit the ball hard, and it's just a fastball right there. And, you know, you're not going to see major league hitters swing through this pitch when there's not a lot of life behind it. Easy read there. That ball out in left center field. Give Lipsius plenty of time to score.
Here's Torkelson. 2-run home run in the first inning to right field. Now, if you hit a home run off a certain pitch, the previous at bat, did you ever think you'd see that pitch in the next at bat?
No. Usually, and not in the rest of the game, and it could go on. You know, if you show a pitcher, you can get to his fastball inside. A lot of times, you won't see it. But again, you can turn the tables, and if they get you out on a certain pitch, you can almost look for it in a big situation because if they think they can do it again.
All right, so let's say that you were able to hit the inside fastball for a home run.
Mm-hmm.
Did you write it down in a book, or did you just remember?
It's in your head.
Really?
The best book you have is remembering pitches, situations, and you don't have to write those things down because you know they're just good things that stay there.
High fly ball, deep left center. Dominguez back, and he makes the play. Tagging Veerling. He'll go to third. Torkelson gave that one a ride.
Yeah, Rodon is really challenging a lot of these hitters, and obviously he's a power pitcher, and he's used to being able to throw his fastball at any time, any count. You might want to start, trying to speed their bat up by, taking a little bit off and turning it over with a changeup, get back to a curveball every once in a while, and just get away from that fastball slider every pitch.
Check swing, fouled away. Yankees bring the infield in to try to cut off the run. They're down 3-1. Fly ball again deep to center field. Dominguez makes the play on the track, tagging Veerling. He'll score. A sac fly off the bat of Ibanez, and it's 4-1 Tigers.
Well, the Tigers, we've talked about it offensively, not a great team, but they put some good swings together so far. Balls have been hit hard. 4 runs so far here in the top of the third.
One and one on Rogers. Line into left center field. It is a base hit. Pereira gets the ball in. Rogers with a single. Crowd getting a little restless now.
A lot of balls hit hard. This ball's even out of the strike zone up, and Rogers still able to get to it. Again, a lot of these they're not cheap hits. These balls are they're getting squared up. They're getting hit hard, and it's Hickey's job and Rodon's job to figure out, hey, you know what, we might have to try something else to get some easy outs and get these guys off balance.
Here's Cabrera, struck out in the first inning. There's a strike. Drop the slider in there. 5 hits in 2 2/3 innings, 4 runs. Hasn't walked the batter, struck out 3. And 2. He is the one Tiger batter that's late on that fastball. Struck out on that pitch in the first inning.
You know, obviously he's not the same hitter he was back when he was putting together MVP seasons. He won the MVP twice, Triple Crown once, 7-time Silver Slugger, 500 home runs, 3,000 plus hits. You know, age does get to you, but you know where he was at a certain time of his career, he didn't have to pull the baseball. He would use right center field. He was a 3. He really became the ideal power hitter because he could still hit for average. He would use the whole ballpark. He didn't have to pull the ball like most power hitters do.
Foul the other way. Quite a resume. 2-time MVP, the Triple Crown in 2012. All-Star 12 times, 4-time batting champion, and won the World Championship with the Marlins. Ground ball to Volpe. He was looking to flip it to second, but instead he takes it across the diamond to retire Cabrera. 2 more runs for the Tigers. 4-1 Detroit.
Here's some straight talk for you. Use your loved ones to save money on wireless. You could add your favorite son. You could add your ex. Add grandma, but don't tell her about the unlimited talk part.
More lines mean more savings with Straight Talk. Get unlimited data, talk, and text for $25 a line.
When the world of business is constantly changing, you need to stay ahead. So what about AI to generate new possibilities? Machine learning to predict what customers will like. Or expand your business by forecasting delivery routes with real-time data. With the most experience in the cloud, imagine how AWS can transform your business.
That's why I love bourbon barbecue wings.
Wow. That was something.
You didn't like it.
No.
I mean, I used to sing on cruises.
What made you stop?
The cruises. Bourbon barbecue wings.
Well, it's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And tonight's submission comes to us from Noel and family, who watch every game from El Paso, Texas. And look, they made it here as well. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride, mention yes in pictures that you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. And hey, we might spotlight you in a future game. Get those pictures in. We'll run out of games.
You don't have to come from El Paso to get your picture, right? You can be right here local.
Absolutely. Peraza takes a strike.
Just thinking, we're complaining about a 95-degree day today. I mean, down in Texas, it's been 115 for like a month straight.
Well, when the Yankees were just in Houston, the Friday night, it was 104, and on Saturday, it was 106.
Wow. And you know what? That old dry heat, that's not dry heat either. That's hot,
wet heat.
But, yeah, that's his heat.
1-2. Peraza in his last 4 games, 7 for 15. That's 467. Now in his loop to second base, Ibanez there. Hey, it's time to send out birthday wishes. Our longtime colleague, Susan Waldman, celebrating her birthday today. So happy birthday to Susan. Had a big cake outside in the hallway here. She is. Birthday card there. And the card says she's amazing, and she is. Here is LeMahieu. Now, Meredith, you and Suze are very close. You want to tell us what you got her?
Well, I don't know if a bouquet of flowers for her birthday. I think that card that was displayed there been the one that I got her, and a gluten-free, dairy-free cake. Susan is very healthy, but she got a big one from the Yankees too, so I don't know what she's doing on that, and a little purse.
Very nice.
Yeah, so she can take it on the road because she didn't have like a nice little crossbody to walk around when we adventure. So now she has one, and there are going to be more adventures.
So that's your travel buddy that you're saying?
Of course, we got to stick together.
All right.
On road trips, they are the Thelma and Louise of the Yankees.
Really?
Oh, they're always together going somewhere.
You can't have adventures of Mare and Suze without Suze, you know? But hey, we have a good time, and Susan Waldman, Michael, I'll say it time and time again, does not get enough credit for the pioneer that she has been, a member of the National Radio Hall of Fame. I am very blessed to call her a friend.
LeMahieu walks, so happy birthday, Susan. Now, Meredith does ask me to go on those adventures, but it's always like, we're leaving at 5 in the morning. I go, no, I'm good.
You kind of feel like a third wheel anyway.
No, 5 in the morning is what makes me feel.
Paul, I have to tell you this. He has been telling me he's going to ride over the Golden Gate Bridge for about a decade now. Not once has he taken that bike ride.
Ride over? In a car or a bike?
A bike.
A bike.
I've done it in a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, he waves as he passes me.
You know, the wind blows pretty hard up there, Michael. I don't know if I like you on a bike up there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I appreciate the concern.
Only the strong survive, guys.
You know what? If you go off the right side of it, you can just swim to Alcatraz. It's not very far.
Yes, I'm really good like that. That one's driven deep to center field off the bat of Judge. Veerling back, track, wall. He makes the play with his back against the wall as LeMahieu heads back to first.
Well, you know it's going to be close, but it did not have that sound that you knew it was gone immediately. Listen, a little bit off the end of the bat. Kind of a not the crack of the bat that you usually hear from Aaron Judge.
Just fell short of his bid for his 32nd home run. Here is Jason Dominguez. So he had 3 hits in a game last night. And he is now the youngest Yankee to have a 3-hit game since a little 19-year-old from Oklahoma named Bobby Mercer did it in 1965. I mean, all you younger Yankee fans, look up Bobby Mercer's numbers. He could play. 3 home runs first 5 games. There's AAA manager Shelley Duncan, the only other Yankee to do that. Youngest Yankee with 3 home runs in a 5-game span since Mickey Mantle. The numbers just keep on coming.
That's another guy from Oklahoma, isn't it? Mickey Mantle?
So 3-1 on Dominguez. He was asked what his favorite thing about Yankee Stadium was. He said, that right field wall. And he works. Oh, no, that's called a strike. 3-2. He had a great line to Meredith on the on-field interview yesterday, and he answered it in English as well. She said, "What's your favorite thing about being a big leaguer?" And he said, "Being a big leaguer."
Yeah, I love that. What an awesome answer.
Meredith, he keeps you on your toes because sometimes Marlon interprets what he's saying. Other times he hears exactly what you're saying and answers in English.
Dominguez knows English quite well. He's starting to get more and more comfortable as time goes on here. Short sample size, just a handful of games, but he also speaks English sometimes. I know one of the homegrown episodes that he was featured on, he did the entire interview in English, so maybe we will hear that in the future. But yeah, I never know what he's going to do in those situations, but he's had some great lines so far since he's been a big leaguer.
And he strikes out looking, does not like the call. And that'll do it in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left. We go to the fourth inning, 4-1 Tigers.
As parents, we pay Outback for school. So here's a novel idea. Just spend less on your kids. Amazon has great deals on everything kids need. Instead of spending more, he spent less.
Why would a person spend more money?
He's 8 and he gets it.
I'm 10.
That's less impressive. Spending less costs less, financially.
I spend less on my grandkids.
And they don't even know it. So spend less on your kids with Amazon's back-to-school deals.
It's fiscally advantageous.
I don't even know what that means.
That may last a lifetime.
I've lost friendships because of long COVID. I just don't feel well enough to see people.
People may look outwardly healthy, but they're suffering from a physical disorder that can upend lives.
Everything hurts. I can't even go out and play.
Up to 30% of COVID patients develop long COVID, and right now, there's no cure and little understanding.
I can't focus, I can't think straight, I can't keep a job.
So for those suffering daily, there's just one urgent question. How long?
How long? How long?
How long?
Until we solve long COVID. The Solve Long COVID initiative is bringing together patients, researchers, doctors, and drug developers to find answers now. To learn more and see how you can help, go to solvelongcovid.org.
Let's let Sam know about something even more urgent than his morning coffee.
Hey Sam, did you know it's kitten season? Right now, thousands of kittens are in shelters across the nation, and they're in need of love and care. If you foster a kitten, even for a week, you'll be giving them the chance to grow up and find families of their very own. What's in it for you? You'll get to start your day with a smile, and your social posts will be way cuter too. Save some tiny lives today. Visit bestfriends.org/kittens.
Well, check out and follow Yes Network on TikTok for more content. Go to the fourth inning, 4-5-0 for the Tigers, 1-1-0 for the Yankees on the Cadillac scoreboard. The one run for the Yankees of the bat of Gleyber Torres, a home run, is 25th. Kerry Carpenter takes outside, 1-0.
Is that you talking? Get the hell out of here.
Oh, somebody just got thrown out.
You're not going to yell us no. Get out of here.
He's telling somebody to get out of here, and I'm going to tell you what that's about. That was an awful third strike on Dominguez.
It was an awful count. It was ball 5, and this is what irritates me. I mean, he's swearing at the dugout. We heard that. You got no right to do that as an umpire.
So Anthony Rizzo, who's on the IL, just got thrown out of the game.
They can come up in the booth and help us then. You know what? Sometimes umpires, just sometimes, Michael, they irritate me. You miss a call, you can look over in the dugout, swear at people, kick them out of the game, nothing happens to you. Now, where do you go from here? You don't know what to say, dude.
Well, I mean, they're the guys who they have the jurisdiction.
Yeah.
And again, I'm sure that the conversation was about that pitch to Dominguez, which was not a strike. And we don't play that game up here. I mean, you're going to miss strikes, whatever the case may be. But he gave him the wave of the hand.
Yeah.
Rizzo gave it back. Turned him loose on 3-0, 3-1.
This is after another pitch was called. I mean, this ball's low. I mean, that's ball 5 in that count. And as a young player, you don't want to sit and argue. He made his point by standing there, but he didn't say anything.
Ground ball and grabbed there by LeMahieu, but Rodon late covering. Carpenter beats it out. Lefties fall toward third base, so when he finally redirected himself.
Again, DJ going to his right a long way. And Rodon late. No chance.
So an infield single for Carpenter. And that brings up Baez. Rodon blew fastballs by him in the second. And doing it again. Sixth hit for the Tigers. Still nobody out in the fourth. Boy, Gary Jones, the Tigers' third base coach, is in another area code of the Bronx to the third base coach's box. I mean, wasn't there a rule after that Toronto game that you had to be in the box? I mean, that's not even close. I'm sure the Yankees can complain, but then they'll do the same thing to the Yankee coaches. So the more you could stay out of the box, the better. I mean, he's essentially in the outfield.
So I understand, we showed earlier up towards the alley sign because you get a longer read for a guy at second base. But here, that's almost just like protecting yourself from a line drive from a right-handed hitter. Wow.
He was just far enough away.
Point. There's our point, Michael.
So this is Gary in the first inning with a runner on second. And now he's hanging with Pereira in left field. Two and two. Skied the other way.
And we're looking at this, and Michael, I've kind of touched on a little bit. You have 59th pitch coming up. There's been no changeups and two curveballs. So it's been all fastball slider, and I understand that is his bread and butter. But there are nights that you got to get away from that to kind of set up your fastball even more.
Here's Nevin. Runner goes. Pitch is high. Throw to second. Not in time. A stolen base for Carpenter.
Carpenter, only 3 on the year. This makes 4. But again, just kind of cheating and getting timing on Rodon and just taking off on first movement. Not much of a chance for Higgy.
One and one. Line drive, it's a base hit to left field. That'll score Carpenter. Nevin going into second with an RBI double. It's 5-1 Tigers.
Well, again, the slider just didn't quite get to where it was supposed to, and that's a Higgy's glove. Got to cut it off. You see his frustration, but again, I mean, when you're a two-pitch pitcher, they better be perfect because the hitters know what's coming.
You can see it, and unfortunately, you could hear his frustration. Here's Lipsius. One and 0. No action at this point in the Yankee bullpen, but there is some stirring. 2-0. Randy Vasquez. Two and two.
If you're going to call it, you're going to call it all night. And that's that ball down and into righties.
Volpe gets Lipsius as Nevin moves to third. And here's Vierling. He's doubled twice. RBI, 2 runs scored. And here comes Matt Blake. This Sky Product telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. So 37 fastballs, 28 sliders, and 2 curves. David Cohn has mentioned would be good to mix in a changeup just to get a different look.
And you have to. And if you look at, I mean, if you're getting by just blowing people away, sure. But, you know, when things are getting hit, you got to change. And you look at his last start in Houston, where he was pretty good. I mean, he used his curveball, and his change was up to 16%. And that's a big difference.
I think that's his hardest fastball of the evening, 97 miles an hour. Foul back here. It's 2-2. We told you during this Yankee stretch where they've won 8 of 9, they've gotten great starting pitching. And that takes a lot of pressure off the offense. Well, now, top of the 4th inning, you're down by 4, 5-1, as Rodon struggled. And the 2-2 upstairs. Dangerous Torkelson on deck. there's a base hit to right field. Devin scores, and it's 6-1 Tigers. And the Bluebirds are showing their displeasure here in the Bronx. Well, Boone's going to take the ball from Rodon, and when he walks up the mound, it's not going to be a pretty reception right now. He's given up 8 hits, 6 runs. Runner on first base is responsibility. Rodon's evening is over.
As parents, we pay Outback for school. So here's a novel idea. Just spend less on your kids. Amazon has great deals on everything kids need. Instead of spending more, he spent less.
Why would a person spend more money?
He's 8 and he gets it.
I'm 10.
That's less impressive. Spending less costs less, financially.
I spend less on my grandkids.
And they don't even know it. So spend less on your kids with Amazon's back-to-school deals.
It's fiscally advantageous.
I don't even know what that means.
This is the 2023 Nissan Rogue. With a surprisingly fuel-efficient VC turbo engine. You can go from 0 to fun in no time and leave basic far behind. The 2023 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Now get the 2023 Nissan Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy among gas engines.
This is Cynthia Suarez, CFO of GoGo Food Co., an online food delivery service. Business was steady until
GoGo Food Co. Go check it out.
overnight users tripled, which meant hiring 20 new employees and buying 20 new laptops. So she used her American Express business card, which gives her more membership rewards points on her business purchases.
Somebody order some laptops?
Cynthia Suarez, CFO, MVP. Built for Cynthia's business. Built for your business, Amex Business.
Time for the Audi Electric Moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local tri-state Audi dealer today. One of the hottest hitters in baseball. Second half of the season, Torkelson goes the other way in the first inning. Just the beginning of a rough outing for Carlos Rodon. Torkelson dons a hockey helmet, picks up a home run, and the Tigers have not looked back. Randy Vasquez will now face Torkelson. Pitch outside. Good numbers for the youngster. Drilled deep to left field. Fair ball. It's gone. It's gone. A line drive, bullet home run. A two-run shot for Torkelson. And it is 8-1 Tigers.
That's kind of what happens, Michael. You let teams that don't score a lot of runs, you let them believe that they can hit, that they can win a game, and all of a sudden early in this game, you've got a confident lineup. They can't wait to get to the plate.
Lee Banos takes a strike. Little Iserman look. For Torkelson, his 27th home run.
Wow.
Hit it so hard it couldn't hook foul.
Talk about good extension. Well, Torkelson, if you look at his numbers in the second half, I mean, if he had the All-Star game from the second half, he'd be starting. I mean, he has been that good.
Two and two. Rough night for the Yankees early. They're trailing 8-1, 8-9-0 for the Tigers. Yankee one-run home run by Gleyber Torres. You saw all the home runs he's hit since August 1st. Different player. Former #1 pick in the draft. Finally living up to that lofty status. That is a base hit just past LeMahieu into right field. So Ibanez with a 2-out single.
Well, some hits just find a hole. DJ LeMahieu went way to his right, still couldn't glove it.
Rogers pops it up. Higashioka tosses away the mask and puts it away for the final out. But the Tigers put a 4 spot on the board. They lead 8-1 as we go to the bottom of the fourth.
As parents, we pay outlays for school. So here's a novel idea. Just spend less on your kids. Amazon has great deals on everything kids need. Instead of spending more, he spent less.
Why would a person spend more money?
He's 8 and he gets it.
I'm 10.
That's less impressive. Spending less costs less, financially.
I spend less on my grandkids.
And they don't even know it. So spend less on your kids with Amazon's back-to-school deals.
It's fiscally advantageous.
I don't even know what that means.
When you finance through Cadillac Financial.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. That's why we give our new customers $365 in bonus bets when you bet just $1. And that's not all. We power up the odds on hundreds of bets across Bet Boost, Profit Boost, and Super Boost. Get your $365 in bonus bets and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Your paint is really bad.
What?
I said best coffee I've ever had.
Should have used Bear.
Sorry, sign where?
No, I said should have used Bear.
Today, let's paint. Right now, get America's most trusted paint brand at a new low price. Bear, only at the Home Depot.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok.
Tonight's injury report brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Matt Manning suffered a fractured right foot because of a comeback off the bat of Stanton yesterday, missed the rest of the season. That happened in the first inning. Second time that same injury. Right foot fracture on a comebacker. 8-1 Tigers. Torres takes inside. Great numbers against Erod. Lifetime, 346 with 4 home runs. Two.
You know, at the time, Michael, you give up 2 runs in the first inning, and it's kind of slap in the face, and then all of a sudden, Glaber goes deep. In the second, you're right back in the game, and then all of a sudden, it's kind of imploded. 2 runs in the top of the third, 4 runs in the top of the fourth. So, kind of inched them back into the game, and then in a blink of an eye, all of a sudden, you've got a lot of work to do offensively.
Well, what's particularly disturbing about this outing is the Tigers are a bad offensive team. There's no pretty way to put that. And they just hung 8 runs on the board, 7 of them against Rodon in 3 2/3 innings. That's not a good line.
Right.
StatCast 3D by Google Cloud. This is what Glaber's done against Erod in his career. 3 singles, a double, a triple, 4 home runs, hitting .346, slugging .923, .438 on base percentage. And now the on base percentage goes up. as Torres works a walk. So here's Stanton. Change up 0-1. Slow roller in front of the plate. And Rogers turns it into an out as Torres moves to second.
Rogers has a smart thing here by calling off Erod and knowing down the line.
There's Anthony Volpe, and there's a base hit to right field. Torres will stop at third. Carpenter comes up throwing. Ball cut off, so a single for Volpe. He's been on base twice.
Well, if the Yankees offensively, this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to try to put together some innings with, back-to-back hits and then maybe throw in a long ball, but a really good piece of hitting by Volpe. That ball kind of sinking down and away, not trying to pull it. Use the right side of the infield, find that hole.
So here is Higashioka. High pop-up. Way up there. Baez makes the play. 2 outs.
Yeah, it's been a while since Higgy has walked to the plate, and Rodriguez, I mean, this is what he wants, to run the ball in, try to make him pop it up inside in the infield. Mission accomplished.
Everson Pereira wrapped into a double play in the second. And now he gets himself an RBI, a blistering hit into left field. He gets past the outfielder, goes to the wall. Volpe is rounding third. He's coming home. He will make it. It's a 2-run double for Pereira, and it's 8-3 Tigers.
Well, you talk about a hard hit line drive. Pereira, this is a big hit for the Yankees. Picked up a couple RBIs with 2 outs. Just a rocket shot to left field. Rojas gets a good read at third base and keeps Volpe going after it's bobbled out there a little bit. Yankees pick up a couple.
There's Peraza. That one is lined to left field. Backing up is Nevin. He's there to make the play. But the Yankees chip away. They put 2 runs on the board, 2 hits, 1 left. We go to the 5th. Yankees down by 5.
KFC's $20 fill-up box.
Alexa, play Kentucky Fried Chicken Night.
Oh, yes, it's chicken night. Kentucky Fried Chicken night. Oh, yes, it's chicken night.
Make it a chicken night with KFC's $20 fill-up box.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. That's why Ace has free in-store and curbside pickup, or even same-day delivery from your locally owned neighborhood Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Is this your plan to watch the game today?
I have to watch my neighbor's NFL Sunday ticket.
It's not your best plan. But you know what it is? My plan from Verizon.
Football season is here. Get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on us, a $449 value. Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5, only on Verizon.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Now through September 13th, you could join for just $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
That's how we do. Tony, Jimmy John's wraps are here to stay.
Curse you, Chicken Caesar.
And jalapeno ranch.
And jalapeno ranch.
You Tuscan Italian.
Get a grip, Stevie.
That's right. Jimmy John's wraps are here to stay.
Well, let's check out FanDuel's live same-game parlay. Right now, new customers get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app now and start making every moment more. Miguel Cabrera against Randy Vasquez. And the first pitch is a strike. Cabrera 0 for 2 against Rodon. Audi scoreboard 8-10-0, leading 3-3-0. Tigers up by 5. Aaron Boone, Yankee manager, really appreciated Cabrera taking the time to talk with the young Venezuelan players on the Yankees like Oswaldo Cabrera, Oswald Peraza, and Everson Pereira. Meant the world to those kids as well. Kind of coasting to the finish line, but he had a big weekend in Chicago against the White Sox. He was 6 for 9 in that series as he goes down on strikes. And this is when he met the young Yankees in Detroit. Probably meant the most to Oswaldo because Cabrera was one of his idols. 0-1 on Carpenter.
And, Michael, it's pretty wild when you think about it. Carlos Mendoza has known Miguel Cabrera for a very, very long time. They actually played winter ball in Venezuela together, so he has seen him since he has come up through the majors. And Mendoza just spoke about the amount of pride that people have for what he's been able to accomplish. Oswaldo Cabrera, one of those guys. Before meeting him in Detroit, Cabrera told me he's going to get anything signed. He wants a picture. He just wants to soak up every part of the moment. Afterwards, I asked him how it was, and he said everything he thought it would be, probably more. And then the other day, Tuesday night, first game of the series, they honored Miguel Cabrera, brought out the Subway sign, a check for his charity, among other things. And it was a pretty cool moment. All the guys from Venezuela that are in the Yankees clubhouse came out to present that. Cabrera, Oswaldo, that is, once again said that meant the world to him, that he was a part of that.
Good stuff. Right back to Vasquez. 2-away. Hey, it's time for the All-State Mayhem moment. Speaking of Cabrera, this is 2003 World Series. Roger Clemens on the mound. A young Miguel Cabrera at the plate. Gets buzzed right up around the noggin. Doesn't go nuts. And then goes the other way. And it's a World Series home run against Roger Clemens.
Yeah, he really was something. Again, that was his ability. And he's one of the first guys that I saw that could use right center field and not have to pull the baseball. And that's why his average at this point, obviously, lifetime average still over 300 because you don't have to pull off the ball.
He was 20 years old in that World Series, same age as Jason Dominguez. Three and one on Baez. Check swing and a walk. So Baez, no contact night, 2 strikeouts, and now a walk. Eight 8-3 Tigers. Yankees trying to sweep this series, and the Tigers trying to salvage the final game. Yankees trying to extend their winning streak to 6 straight. Now, if you harbor any wild dreams that the Yankees have gone from 11 out to 6.5 out, and that they could make this unlikely, almost unprecedented run, there aren't that many games you could lose. So this is a big game. 23 games, including this one remaining. So you pick your 4 or 5 losses. After that, you're putting yourself in even deeper water.
Yeah, you know what you're doing, and James Smythe and I were talking this between innings, is, say you can lose 5 games the rest of the year on the high side.
Right.
What you're doing by losing a game to Detroit, if this holds out, is you're putting yourself in a position where you're going to have to sweep either Toronto or Boston, one of the better teams. So, by coming in tonight and digging a hole, you're going to see a lot about what the Yankees believe that they can accomplish by how they finish this game.
One and 2 on Nevin. And he waves at that one. And a strikeout for Vasquez. End of the inning. We're halfway through. It's 8-3 Tigers. His 400th career home run. His first Yankee Stadium home run.
Let's let Sam know about something even more urgent than his morning coffee.
Hey, Sam, did you know it's kitten season? Right now, thousands of kittens are in shelters across the nation, and they're in need of love and care. When there are too many kittens in shelters, they aren't able to receive the individual attention they so desperately need. That's where you come in. By fostering a kitten, you can provide the care they need until they're ready to be adopted. If you foster a kitten, even for a week, you'll be giving them a chance to grow up and find families of their very own. What's in it for you? A kitten will fill your home with joy, your movie night with lots of cuddles, and they'll even help your social posts look way cuter too. And if you foster a kitten, you'll be provided with everything you need to care for your furry friend. You just provide the love. Save some tiny lives. Adopt or foster a kitten today. To learn more about how you can make a life-saving difference, visit bestfriends.org/kittens.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depressing stuff. That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Breanna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, and the Eastern Conference leading Liberty matchup against the Los Angeles Sparks at Barclays. Stream the game live on the Yes app or watch an encore presentation following the Yankees postgame on Yes. Top of the Yankee order against Erod. DJ LeMahieu, 0 for 1 with a walk. Talking about comebacks, and this would be quite a comeback for the Yankees to sneak into the third wild card. Slow roller, third base. Throw to first. It's a base hit for LeMahieu.
DJ's been swinging the bat a lot better. And when you swing the bat well, even the ones that you chop in the infield end up being base hits. But again, this is with the Yankees somehow, some way to get back in this game. You're going to need a couple breaks, and you're probably going to need a long ball, possibly from this guy at the plate right here.
Almost had one his last time up. Drove Vierling to the wall, just to the right of dead center. Judge is 0 for 2. Well, on this date in 1978, Yankee fans of a certain age remember this like it was yesterday. I know I did. Yankees came into Boston 4 games out after having been behind by 13.5. And this was the first day of the Boston Massacre. Yankees won 15-3. Willie Randolph drove in 5 runs on 3 hits. Yankees sweep the 4 games by a combined score of 42-9. And the 4-game deficit turned into a tie. Yankees went on to win the World Series that year. Fly ball, center field. Vierling puts it away.
Again, Rodriguez able to keep Aaron Judge from getting his arms extended by getting that ball in on him and not allowing him to drive it.
Here's Dominguez. He's 0 for 2. Tap back to the mound, then struck out looking at a pitch out of the strike zone, low and inside. Now, the early scouting report, Dominguez, a switch hitter, supposedly better as a right-handed hitter, but Aaron Boone said last night, he said, I think he's going to be equal from both sides. He said, I don't see a big difference. (2-0) on the Martian.
The Martian, I think that's here to stay, huh, Michael?
Well, since he calls himself the Martian, yeah.
When you could drop it on yes, I think it's here to stay.
Because he is out of this world. Grounded up the middle. Ibanez steps on second, fires to first. A double play to end the 5th. We go to the 6th inning. Tigers up by 5.
As parents, we pay OutBacks for school. So here's a novel idea. Just spend less on your kids. Amazon has great deals on everything kids need. Instead of spending more, he spent less.
Why would a person spend more money?
He's 8 and he gets it.
I'm 10.
That's less impressive. Spending less costs less, financially.
I spend less on my grandkids.
And they don't even know it. So spend less on your kids with Amazon's back-to-school deals.
It's fiscally advantageous.
I don't even know what that means.
Simply repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Deliver yourself. The Audi Q5.
Hey everybody, Bob Lorenz with your Audi update. Rays taking on the Mariners tonight, top of the 2nd. Former Yankee Mike Ford with an RBI single. Base hit up the middle, scores Eugenio Suarez. Seattle leads that one 1-0 over the Rays in the top half of the 9th inning. Seattle went into the night just one back of the idle Astros in the American League West, guys.
Let's go around the majors. Jose Abreu, 2 home runs, 7 ribbies last night. The finale of a 3-game sweep at the Rangers. Montefiore Einstein scoreboard 8-3 Tigers. Michael Soroka will miss the rest of the season, forearm inflammation. And the Brewers are coming into town tomorrow. They're off tonight, lost 5 of the last 8 games. They lead the Central by a game and a half over the Cubbies.
Be a new thing, Mike. I don't think I've ever called a game where the Brewers have been in Yankee Stadium.
Line drive, it's a base hit. Lipsius with a single.
That's Brewers in the National League, that is.
That's right. They used to be in the American League.
Mm-hmm.
The Astros used to be in the National League.
Remember the old county stadium?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. I'll never forget the first time I went there. I looked up just to see Bob Uecker, and he was like in a tin shed up there calling the game. There was just an overhang.
I wonder if Uecker's making a trip this weekend.
That'd be fun. Probably not. He probably does home games, right?
He's the best. Last time when the Yankees were in Milwaukee, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the back of the elevator after a game, and Uecker's standing there, and John Sterling walks on, and Uecker goes, "What's up, kid?"
Yeah. All right.
Uecker is old enough that he can call 85-year-old John Sterling kid.
I'll never forget. I was pretty little, and he was actually on the Johnny Carson show. That dates you a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And he comes on, and Carson looked at him and said, "You know, you were a career 200 hitter." See, I had a lot over, but boy, when I hit him hard. Every 5th time up there, I really hit one hard.
Vierling goes down on strikes. If you think about his career, I mean, he's a legitimate comedian with his timing.
Mm-hmm.
And he starred on a network sitcom.
Yeah.
Mr. Belvedere.
I mean, still to this day, must be in the front row. I mean, it's Bob Uecker, right?
Yep. Absolutely. And at the Brewers Stadium, they have a statue in the last row of the upper deck.
Of course.
And everybody goes up there and takes a picture with him. But whenever they like clinch a pennant or, you know, a spot in the playoffs, that team includes him like he is a member of the team.
No kidding.
Dancing around in the clubhouse, champagne poured on his head. Let's see what's going on here.
A.J. Hinch looked like he was going to review something, and now maybe they're just going to do it on their own.
Little meeting is over.
They called it a ball instead of a strike? Is that
yeah, I think he read his lips. He said ball. No, it's a foul ball.
Yeah.
But they did change it to a ball. Did I see that replay wrong? He fouled the ball off.
Oh, he fouled it off, yeah. That should have been the Yankees challenge, not the Tigers, huh?
I don't know. Is it an optical illusion?
It's not to me.
Fastball strike to Torkelson. No, I don't think he hit it now from that look. The old optical illusion. OI in the book.
You know why Chelsea has so many different angles, huh? You got to get the right one.
So they're very careful with Torkelson, who has 2 home runs in the game. He walks first and second, 1 man out. That brings up Andy Ibanez. Now, Paul, when you were in high school, I know you played basketball, obviously baseball. Did you play any football?
Oh, yeah. We played every sport.
What did you play in football?
I started off as a quarterback in 9th grade, and then as I got into baseball and basketball more, I kind of just punted and played safety, kind of stayed out of the way. But I've told you many times, you know, in order to date a cheerleader, you had to be part of the team. So I had to play.
Driving force, yeah.
You know, you didn't know what's important in life, right?
Well, I bring that up because your hometown quarterback, Joe Burrow, just signed a $275 million 5-year contract with Cincinnati.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So might have been good to stay with the quarterback.
You know what? You got to know about football, though. You got to know what part of that's guaranteed.
About $201 million, they said.
Oh, that's a pretty good size of it.
No, I'm sorry, $219 million.
Oh, it even gets better.
So with a 2-0 count, they're going to go talk with Vasquez. The announced crowd of 32,722 here at the stadium. 2-0 count on Ibanez, first and second, 1 man out. We're in the 6th. It's 8-3 Tigers. Three and 0. Strike right down the middle, 3-1. Yankees trying to keep this right here, give their offense a chance. Jake Rogers is on deck. Good cutter, swing and a miss, 3-2.
And you see the late break off the plate, but from a hitter's eye, this stayed in the strike zone a long time.
Strike 3. Ibanez down looking. He didn't like the call.
Yeah, it looked like a good pitch. The cutter, and then back to a 2-seamer right on the outside corner.
So here's Rogers. Albert Abreu up in the Yankee pen. Oh and 1. Looks like Porter is not as hitter friendly as we.
We're gonna have to move that needle a little bit back to neutral.
That one is blocked by Higashioka. Chasing it down as Vasquez as the runners move up. Yep, that needle has to move. Just off tonight. He threw a delightful hitter Anthony Rizzo out of the game. He's not even active. Did he go? I said no. I don't know if we should move it that much, Paul.
I moved that needle. I didn't like some of the pitches. I did that single-handedly, Michael. Like magic. Too much magic? What Kevin Hart says, too much magic.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Curveball misses inside. Count 3-2. Strike 3. So Vasquez rings up 3 strikeouts in the inning. The Tigers strand 2. And they're playing football outside. That's not Joe Burrow. He's not risking it. Yankees trailing 8-3.
I walk along the city streets you used to walk along with me. And every step I take recalls how much in love we used to be. Oh, how can I forget you when there is always something there to remind me? Always something there to remind me.
Advisory Consulting. Crow.
The new 2023 GMC Sierra AT4X is equipped to conquer the great outdoors. Or the great indoors. Welcome to the peak of premium off-roading. Or get 0.9% APR and no monthly payments until 2024. Plus, get over 3,200 total trade assistance on 2023 Sierra Denali 5.3-liter V8 light-duty models.
Right now on FanDuel, new TV, so you can live bet all game long. So get all your high fives in now before football Sundays become Sundays again.
Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets and get $100 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by the new Defender 130, 8 seats, infinite adventures. By BP, visit a BP or Amoco station and fill your tank with Amoco Ultimate with Invigorate to keep on moving. And by FanDuel, make every moment more. That's a pretty city, man.
It's a lot going on, right?
Wow. All those lights tell different stories. And there's a story going on right now as Aaron Boone says, good job to Randy Vasquez. Gleyber Torres leads off.
Mike, I can't help but I'm over here laughing. We were talking about Bob Uecker, right?
Right.
All right. The biggest thrill a ball player can have is when your son takes after you. That happened to me when my Bobby was in the championship Little League game. He really showed me something. Struck out 3 times, made an error in the game. Parents were throwing things at a car and swearing. Boy, I was proud of him. Is that Bob Uecker to a T?
Perfect. There's a famous picture, a team picture, when he was on the Cardinals, and he's sitting next to Bob Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
And he and Bob Gibson are holding hands, and they didn't know that was a picture that was released.
Wow.
And to get Bob Gibson, who was a tough guy,
yeah, he was,
to go along with it, but everybody like you.
What year was that when Gibson beat the Tigers in the World Series? 67?
68.
68.
67, they beat the Red Sox.
Yeah, I was amazed Bob Gibson would come you know, he was a very good friend, dear friend of Joe Torre's. So he would come and visit Joe and walk through our clubhouse and speak, and just the stories. But, boy, you could just tell. He knew baseball. He was a tough guy. He was an unbelievable athlete. A lot of people didn't know that he was a basketball player, too.
Hit sharply. Oh, nice backhanded stab by Lipsius. He took a base hit away from Gleyber Torres. Played basketball at Creighton.
Well, again, another good swing by Gleyber. Just hammered it. Talk about that top spin. End up in the glove, though. Three consecutive changeups from Rodriguez. Now he has the ability to really try to jam G in if he wants to.
Three and one on Stanton. Three and two. And the pitch. Fouled away.
And that pitch right there, 93. And way late and jammed, and it's all because of the change-ups early in the count. As a hitter, you just can't get to it.
Swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs, 2 away.
And back to the fastball, different location, up and away.
In the 6th inning, it's 8-3. Tigers over the Yanks. Carlos Rodon knocked out in the 4th inning. And the pitch. Strike 3. Volpe down looking. Yankees go down in order. We'll go to the 7th. 8-3 Tigers.
Message de burger dans le broyeur. Baissine avec 20 minutes, c'est qui vite font dry out. And voilà.
This is gonna taste all right.
It was me the whole time.
ma'am.
What did I do exactly?
With Snapshot from Progressive, you get a personalized discount for doing exactly what you're already doing, being a safe driver.
Congratulations.
This is a bowling trophy.
Yeah, it's the biggest one they had.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, and a good one.
Summer is ending, but the savings are endless at Bob's Discount Furniture. With 6, 12, 30, and 60-month financing options and new everyday low prices on my highly rated furniture, mattresses, and more. Soak up the savings in store or online because the sun never sets on Bob's Discount.
Uber One can save you on rides and eats. Yeah, it's kinda sweet. You save on rides to the west side.
That's catchy as fudge.
Uber One can save you.
Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. The work you put in sometimes comes into play. This during batting practice, Paul. And Dominguez is learning center field here at Yankee Stadium. Goes back, bangs his face against the wall.
And still laughs about it.
And then here he is tonight, feeling for it, knowing where he is, and face is okay, and the out is made.
It was funny, Michael. I used to work so much in batting practice, and I'd have pitchers come over, and I'd say, get out of right field. I want to work on some stuff. And the reason was I never wanted to have a play in the game that I hadn't kind of rehearsed in practice, because then, you know what it's about. Didn't always work out that way, but
practice makes perfect. Oh, look who's coming into one of my favorite people.
One of your favorites, one of my favorites.
Well, then he's both of our favorites.
Wow.
And that is Willie Randolph. We're getting him set up, getting the headset on him here at the ballpark today. Miguel Cabrera with a strike as we start the 7th. Willie, how you doing?
I'm good, Michael. Good to see you and Paulie hanging out up here with the boys.
That's all we're doing right now is hanging out. Huh?
No, I love watching you guys listening to you. You're the best.
Now, Saturday, 25th anniversary of the 98 Yankee championship team. You were obviously a coach on that team. You were on championship teams in 77, 78. How does that 98 team stack up?
Oh, they're right there. I mean, you look at the overall team. I think actually the 98 team had more overall talent. The way we played the game back then was a little different, different eras. But no, it's no question that 98 team was stacked. I mean, they was phenomenal murderers row.
Did you like dealing with O'Neill every day?
Yeah, Paulie was easy, man. He came to play. No, really. I mean, you don't have to worry about Paulie. He'd come out every day ready to play. He was locked in. The only thing that bothered me about Paulie is when I would send him around third, he would always look at where the ball was coming from. I go, no, just run. Don't watch the ball. Watch those keep going.
I always told Will, I said, don't give me the late stop sign. Right. My toes hurt, man.
Right.
You would jam your toes in there.
He could never stop on a dime. So every time I got him going, I just kept him going.
Best thing was to shake Willie's hand because it was always after a home run.
That's right.
Give you a little high five.
That's right. That's right. The left-handed high five. That's right.
That one is looped into left field. It's a base hit for Carpenter. He's 2 for 4. When did you know, Willie, that was a special team? Did you know from right from the start? You guys started off 1 and 4.
Yeah. No, I had a good feeling about the team. I mean, when you look at the guys we had back to back to back, they all had a certain approach to winning. And the thing I love about that team is that no one cared about the glory, who got the accolades. It was all about let's get the job done. So we leaned on each other. One of the best teams I've been on as far as leaning on each other and passing the buck. So no, I knew we had something going there.
Yeah, when you think about it, and kind of touching on your point, when you got Darryl Strawberry, Tim Raines coming off the bench and not complaining about playing time. Straw hit 2 grand slam, pinch hit, grand slam. Just everything went right that year. And you're right. I mean, you take superstars and make them role players, and they don't complain about it.
That's right.
Everybody's on the same page.
They want to win the ring. And they understand, the respect of the game, and that, we all the great players in our own right, but there's times where you just want to go for the ring and do what you can to make the team better. And that team just bought in from day one. So the feeling was good in spring training, and I just felt like as we went along, we had ups and downs, but that was a special group, I think.
Now, we didn't even know you were in the ballpark today, but today, going back to 1978, as Baez goes down on strikes, was the beginning of the Boston Massacre.
You had a nice night that night, Will.
I remember it well, yes.
You win the first game 15-3. You know what you did?
I was 3 for 4, something like that.
Drove in 5 runs.
5 runs, and I didn't do that too often, but 'cause I was scoring runs. But yeah, I was unconscious that weekend. I mean, we walked in there and we just steamrolled them. I was in a nice groove, and I love playing in Boston and beating the Red Sox. I loved it.
Now that resume is a pretty impressive one, and I don't mean to put you on the spot or embarrass you, but I mean, all baseball is predicated on WAR. You look at your WAR numbers; you're right up there with the Hall of Famers, and I almost wonder why you didn't get more, respect.
Well, that's because analytics weren't as big back then. That's really what it boils down to. But I'm really proud of that, Michael, because it just means that you are a well-rounded player.
Volpe makes the play, gets the force. You'll hang for another inning, right?
Sure. Good. All right.
Talking with the great Willie Randolph. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Tigers lead the Yankees by a score of 8-3. But we'll stay right here as we honor America in the Bronx.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Will you rise and remove your caps? Tonight, the New York Yankees are honoring as their veteran of the game, United States Army Corporal Julio Moreda from Puerto Rico, who served in the Korean War. The Yankees say thank you for your sacrifice and service to our nation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Robert Merrill's rendition of God Bless America.
City streets you used to walk along with me, and every step I take recalls how much in love we used to be. Oh, how can I forget you when there is always something there to remind me? Always something there to remind me.
Stores everywhere without a prescription.
Cleaning your dog's teeth can be hard. But not with Greenie's dental treats. Greenies. Make health a treat.
My name's Jorge Gaviria, and this is my business, Hacienda. I chose my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. And with no preset spending limit, my purchasing power adapts to my business needs. What's in your wallet?
Here's some straight talk for you. Use your loved ones to save money on wireless. You could add your favorite son. You could add your ex. Add grandma, but don't tell her about the unlimited talk part.
More lines mean more savings with Straight Talk. Get unlimited data, talk, and text for $25 a line.
Time for your Ford Studio Update. Bob and Flash with you. Carlos Rodon on a roll coming into this one. A lot of hard contact tonight.
Yeah, Bob, this Yankee stretch of really good baseball has been predicated on good starting pitching. And tonight, Carlos Rodon just didn't have that electric fastball. When he doesn't have that good fastball, there is not a plan B to go to. That has to get better. See if the Yankees can do something here with their last 3 offensive innings.
Yeah, got to get the offense going. We'll see what happens, and we will see you on the WB Mason postgame, guys.
Thank you, Bob and John. Detroit leads 8-3, 8-12-0, leading 3-4-0. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning here at the stadium. Yankees looking for the sweep of the Tigers to continue their winning streak. That guy in the middle, that's Willie Randolph. How many rings? So 2, 77, 78, and 4 as a coach?
Yes, I have 6 World Series rings and 5 American League Championship rings, 11 altogether. And I count all my rings.
Yeah?
No, I don't wear them because I'm careless. When I wash my hands, I'll put it down and I'll leave it there. I've done that a couple of times, so I don't wear them too often.
Will Vest comes on. We're talking about Old Timers Day. on Saturday, and it's honoring the 1998 team. How much does it mean to see the guys again?
Oh, it's always great. It's like family. You know, I mean, I stay in touch with quite a few of the guys, and we see each other periodically. But anytime you get together, and Paulie knows, you get together in the room, you start razzing each other and busting horns and stuff. It's just fun. And again, it's good to see the families, how they've grown, the kids, how they've gotten bigger. We remember when they were infants for the most part. So it's always special to me.
That's one thing that always amazes me is there can be times where you don't talk to somebody for 5, 6, 7 years, and then you see them at a function or something like that, and it's like it's been 5 or 6 days. It just comes together, right?
It comes right back because we know what we shared together, the memories, and the memories come back so vividly when you see each other. I mean, it could be a small incident, you know, again, like I said, a situation where you were part of something that affected their lives and you were able to help them. So it really does come back to you, Paulie. It's really special.
All right, our coverage on Yes on Saturday will begin at 11:30. The game between the Yankees and the Brewers will be at 2 o'clock, also right here on Yes. 1-2 count on Higashioka. Strike 3. He's down on strikes. You want to see some highlights of yourself?
You're going to show the same one you show all the time with that little weak home run I got? Or that, well, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a nice play right there. I had a little throw going there. Look at Donnie picking it. And the rare home run, Paulie, the rare home run. Yeah, Minnesota.
Metro Willow?
Showing the pipes.
The wet pipes. You better put some long sleeves on those little spaghetti arms, man.
They're called the baby pipes.
Wow.
Look at Ricky out there.
Ricky couldn't care less.
Yeah, he's like, Willow, that ain't nothing.
Of all the players you ever played with and all the players you ever coached, the best player you ever saw?
Oh, man, that's a tough one.
I know.
So many great players. And Ricky is one of them. I mean,
he might be sitting right next to you there.
Pound for pound, Ricky could change the complexion of a game by himself. Best player I've ever played with. I'd just go that way, pound for pound. There's no one like him. He could change the complexion with his legs, defense, home runs, average. He just did everything. But then when I think about some of the other, the Dave Winfields, the Don Mattingly's, you know, all these great players. Thurman Munson, even though he wasn't a 5-tool guy, he was a real gamer that played the game the right way. So all these guys, you know, I give props to, but I've been in the game over 40 years, Michael, so there's too many to mention, and I've been fortunate to play with some great players.
I've always heard it from guys that were on championship teams. Now, even if you're on a team that didn't win a championship, there's, you know, that connection, but when you're part of a championship team, is it true that, I mean, there's a bond that you guys can never have shaken from you?
I believe that. I wholeheartedly believe that because, again, you know, the celebration, the way you kind of bond with the families and stuff. The kids are there. Back in the day, the kids would travel with us. They were with us all the time. So, you know, there was things that you shared, tears, you know, I mean, the heart and soul of what you were doing. So, yeah, that's what the beauty of the game is because, like I said, Saturday we're going to get together and all that sort of stuff's going to flush back to you. And there's nothing like it, really is. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we just saw the NY emblem on the field. And you know what? I played against you. You were with the Dodgers. I know you played on some other teams. But, you know, in my mind, when I was growing up and watching, you're a New York Yankee.
Yes.
And you, to this day, are proud to say, I'm a New York Yankee.
No doubt about it. And to play in the hometown that you grew up in and to be captain of the team eventually, you know, playing on some great organizations. I mean, the Dodgers, the Brewers, you know, I mean, the Mets, of course, and the Oakland A's with the World Series. The A's, when you guys, you beat you in that.
Yeah, we beat them.
Yeah,
we beat you up, Willow.
Paul, come on, Paulie. We know good and well we should have that series. I mean, swept us too. And then Jose Rios with the slider. Yeah, we couldn't touch it, man. But
you didn't know that we lost Eric Davis the last game.
Yes.
And Billy Hatcher got hit, who was our best hitter during the series. If we go to a game 5, we might lose that World Series.
That's right. We need to turn that around a little bit. But that was disappointing for us because after the World Series the year before, you know, and then the Subway Series, not the Subway Series, the Earthquake Series. The A's were a juggernaut. I mean, you saw the way they were. I mean, it was like David and Goliath. But you guys played the game right, and I mean, steamrolled us. That was very disappointing, to say the least. And I had a good series that series. I did pretty well that series.
Ground ball to third. Peraza just gets beaten by the throw. Willie, it's always wonderful to see you, and we're going to see you again Saturday on Old Timers Day.
Always a pleasure.
Say hello to Gretchen.
All right, Paulie. Take it easy, buddy. All right.
Great Willie Randolph. We'll go to the 8th inning. Yankees down by 5.
As parents, we pay Outback for school. So here's a novel idea. Just spend less on your kids. Amazon has great deals on everything kids need. Instead of spending more, he spent less.
Why would a person spend more money?
He's 8 and he gets it.
I'm 10.
That's less impressive. Spending less costs less, financially.
I spend less on my grandkids.
And they don't even know it. So spend less on your kids with Amazon's back-to-school deals.
It's fiscally advantageous.
I don't even know what that means.
Invade her brain, causing body dysmorphia, anxiety, depression, leading to the worst rates of eating disorders, self-harm, and suicide we have ever known. All while she's sitting right next to you on her phone. Congress knows, but it refuses to act. Don't let her suffer the secret pain alone. Use your voice. Demand a plan. Join us at the Center for Countering Digital Hate, protectingkidsonline.org, because it's up to you to protect your children from social media nightmares. Join us for her, for your daughter.
Get your heart pumping with Well Life NYC on the Yes app. Take a tour of the hottest gyms.
I'm excited to have you here.
I love to have fun when I work out.
And the coolest places to chill around New York.
First, I'm going to be freezing at negative 200 degrees.
This feels so good. Let's see what happens.
Catch an all-new season of Well Life NYC, streaming now exclusively on the Yes app.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. And by Ford, the official SUV of the Yankees. Hyundai scoreboard, Tigers 8, Yankees 3 as we head to the 8th inning. 12 hits for the Tigers, 4 for the Yankees. And the pitch to Lipsius is out of the zone, 1-0.
You know, Michael, as Willie left here, I was just thinking, you know, there's some people in this game that are overrated, and there's some people that are underrated. Willow was so underrated as a player. I mean, when you look back at what he did for teams and what he did for the sport, he was one of those guys that just, a lot of people obviously know his name, but I don't know that they realize how good a player he was on the field.
Well, we talked about his WAR, right? So his WAR for his career was 66. So where does that stand? That's the 13th best WAR by any second baseman in the history of baseball. Wow. Two and two. And he does not take lightly that he was a Yankee captain.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And, you know, I used to love to talk to Willow because, and I think it's important that, you know, he had been through everything. You know, you would go up to him before a playoff game. You would go up to him before a World Series game. Against a pitcher that gave you all kind of problems. You could sit down and just talk through these things and get ideas that made sense because obviously he had already been through this kind of stuff.
Ground ball, left side, Peraza against Lipsius. So in a pitcher-friendly time, he had a .276 batting average and a .373 on-base percentage. Six-time All-Star, won the Silver Slugger in 1980. He could play. Pitch outside the Beerling. One and one.
Wow. Michael, can you tell me where that pitch was? Other than inside the box?
Well, pitcher friendly. You moved the arrow.
The needle, darn it.
You moved it, man. Up the middle and under the glove of Torres into center field. What a night for Veerling. He has 4 hits and 5 at-bats. Well, we mentioned this when Willie was here Saturday on Yes. Derek Jeter's back in pinstripes for his debut at Old Timers Day, and you can see it all right here on Yes. Watch as the Yankees celebrate the 25th anniversary of the 1998 championship team, with many of the members of that team participating in the ceremonies on the field. Coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. on Yes and the Yes app, and of course, stay tuned for the Yankees-Brewers game, which begins at 2 p.m. That one's thrown away. And I'm not sure if that got Buehling. I think it did, and he's in pain. So the ball bounded, I believe, into the photographer's box, so he's going to take second. But first he has to see if he's okay. Right on the elbow.
Yeah, right on the elbow, just like getting hit by a pitch, but not expecting it.
He doesn't want to leave a game. He has 4 hits.
He needs to go to second base with a sore arm, you know.
And second base he will go. So that's going to be an error on Abreu. And puts a runner in scoring position for Torkelson. He's had himself a night, a couple of 2-run home runs and a walk. Throwing error by Abreu, the first error in the game for either team. Pitch outside to Torkelson. Second big league season for Torkelson. Going into last year's rookie season, it was number 5 on Baseball America's top 100 prospects list. Number 1 was Adley Rutschman. Number 2 was Julio Rodriguez. Number 3 was Bobby Witt. Number 4 was his teammate Riley Green. That's pretty good top 5. First overall pick in 2020 out of Arizona State. Key to his success this year is pulling the ball in the air more often. You know, has 27 home runs to show for it. One of the homers was to right, one was right down the line and left. Strike 3, Torkelson down looking. Well, fans, come out to Yankee Stadium this Sunday, September 10th, when the Yankees take on the Milwaukee Brewers. The first 18,000 guests in attendance receive a replica 1998 World Championship ring, courtesy of Betteridge Jewelers. Get your tickets today at Yankees.com. That is the exact replica of that ring. Ibanez with a fly ball to right field and deep. Going back, Judge still back. See ya. A home run the other way for Ibanez. A 2-run shot, and it's 10-3 Tigers.
Again, everything to right field seems to be carrying. This ball was hammered up in the air to right field. Yankee Stadium's not going to hold it. I'll tell you what, Ibanez, he was celebrating going around the bases.
There's a strike to Rogers. Foul ball. Judge thought for a moment he might have a shot, but Park couldn't hold it. Swing and a miss. Rogers down on strikes. 2 more runs on 2 hits. The home run by Ibanez. We go to the bottom of the 8th.
This is going to taste all right.
Spaces.
That's why I love bourbon barbecue wings.
Wow.
That was something.
You didn't like it.
No.
I mean, I used to sing on cruises.
What made you stop?
The cruises. Bourbon barbecue wings.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people like Sam who make
everyday products designed smarter.
Like a smart coffee grinder
that orders fresh beans for you.
Oh, genius. For more breakthroughs like that,
I need a breakthrough card.
Like ours, with 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more.
Plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases.
And with greater spending potential, Sam can keep making smart ideas
a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by the Amtrak Guest Rewards Preferred MasterCard. Say hello to bonus points. Learn more on Amtrak.com/apply. By Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. And by Suffolk Credit Union, empowering your possible. Overhead view of Times Square. You ever in Times Square for New Year's Eve?
No. You know, the closest I've been is I went to the fireworks once, the Macy's fireworks, and sat in traffic for like 3 hours. I can't even imagine what it'd be like to be in Times Square.
I've done it twice, and it was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah. New pitcher is Miguel Diaz. Deals a strike to LeMahieu, top of the Yankee order.
Now, how long ago was it? Was it the Dick Clark era, or is it updated?
I think the last time I went, high fly ball, right field, one away. Dick Clark was still there. Ryan Steecraft was really doing the bulk of the work, but Dick Clark opened the show.
Cool.
That was Matt Crook warming up. There's Aaron Judge, 0 for 3. Now, I know you were at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade because I was with you in '96. Coldest day ever, I think.
Freezing.
Unbelievable. High fly ball, right field. 2 away. We all had on heavy jackets, and you could not get off the float.
They were not. That's the thing. It was like there was nowhere to go to hide, and you were still moving somewhat, which made it more cold.
That was after the 96 World Series. Here's Jason Dominguez. 3 hits last night, but he's 0 for 3 tonight. 1-0.
Yeah, those are the only thing that you think about it. You know, the opportunities you get by being part of the Yankee organization during that time. And I'm just looking back. You know, the Macy's Day Parade. We got to do that. One year I got to light the Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center. I mean, how's that happen? Obviously, the Seinfeld, the many players, just because you were part of the Yankees. I mean, ice skating at, Rockefeller Center, they opened the ice for us. I mean, just certain things. Saturday Night Live, always got to go there. I mean, these are things that just go along with, playing in New York that don't happen elsewhere.
Good change up, 3-2. Not just playing and winning in New York.
That makes a difference.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot to say picnics in Michael Kay's house. I mean, just things like this don't happen all the time.
It was a barbecue. It wasn't a picnic.
No, okay, barbecue.
I can't see you sitting on a blanket.
But it wouldn't be long.
Splitting peanut butter sandwiches with me. So here's Gleyber Torres. 1 for 2, a home run and a walk. He scored 2 of the Yankee 3 runs. Bottom of the 8th inning, 10-3 Tigers. Boy, is he hitting the ball really hard every time. Dominguez stops at second. Another hit for Torres.
Has really opened up that foot, and his leg kick is high, but his balance is good, and it's just, you're right, it's giving him the ability to go to the plate knowing he's going to hit the ball hard every single time up.
Pitch to Stanton is a strike from Diaz. First and second, 2 men out. Big cut, 0-2. Swing and a miss. Missed that by about 3 feet. No runs, a hit. 2 men left on base. We go to the 9th inning.
I walk along the city streets you used to walk along with me. And every step I take recalls how much in love we used to be. Oh, how can I forget you when there is always
Save $700. Oh, only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Life is hard, but you guys have to work harder. Okay? No, I do not do My name is O'Neal Trinidad, and I want to live.
At Jameson, we like to do things differently. Smooth, triple distilled Irish whiskey, now with a twist of orange flavor. Now that's just showing off. Meet Jameson Orange.
It's time for the Cadillac Player of the Game, and it's one of our own. Pete Stendel, 2 months ago, got hit above the eye, an errant throw, and he is back and better than ever, working at the thing he's so good at and that he loves. And we're so grateful to have him back healthy. Welcome back, Pete, and he is our player of the game.
I like that.
Well, this is somewhat historic. You see Cabrera just hug Alan Porter. This will be the last time Cabrera comes to the plate at Yankee Stadium. Matt Crook on the mound for the Yankees. That's not the way you want your last plate appearance to go.
Gonna ask, you know, the old story about Denny McClain. It was Denny McClain, right, or Mickey Lolich that served one up to Mickey Mantle?
Denny McClain.
Yeah. I guess he wasn't going to serve one up. He about hit him in the kneecap.
Cabrera is in right field. Taking over for Judge. Give him the rest of the night off. One and two. Cabrera is 0 for 4 today. Couple of strikeouts. Lined out to third. His last time up. Jake Bowers takes over at first base. Did he go? Yes, he did. Wow. Nate Tomlinson punched him out. And that'll do it for Cabrera. Next time we'll see him, we'll be in Cooperstown.
Yeah, it'll be 2029 in a Hall of Fame speech, right?
What's left of the crowd here in the stadium giving a very nice hand. Now, I'm not saying anything bad, Paul. What? Game's 10-3.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know what's happening.
Check
Is that
swing.
the time for Tomlinson to really punch him out?
Check swing.
Yeah. You think?
I would have given him another hack, right?
But, you know, to the letter of the law, it was a strike. 0-2. Crook is tough on lefties. It's a good matchup for him with Carpenter. Really, Carpenter was overmatched there. So two-way. Tomorrow night on Yes, Yankees homestand continues as the Yankees kick off a 3-game set with the Milwaukee Brewers. Coverage begins at 6 with Audi batting practice in the pregame. Then first pitch is scheduled for shortly after 7 on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. Those are the matchups for the upcoming series. And Burns Cole on Sunday is a dandy. Reading the story today in SI by Tom Verducci, and he said that Garrett Cole is probably the best pitcher ever not to win a Cy Young Award.
That should end it this year.
It should end this year. Put together a great season. There are other guys having a good year, like Sonny Gray of the Twins. Nolan Ryan never won a Cy Young. I think maybe Thompson, but the best player, the best pitcher active that has not won a Cy Young award. Yes. Let me clarify. Grounded to third, Peraza. And Crook retires the Tigers in order, 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. Yankees are down by 7.
As parents, we pay out that for school. So here's a novel idea. Just spend less on your kids. Amazon has great deals on everything kids need. Instead of spending more, he spent less.
Why would a person spend more money?
He's 8 and he gets it.
I'm 10.
That's less impressive. Spending less costs less, financially.
I spend less on my grandkids.
And they don't even know it. So spend less on your kids with Amazon's back-to-school deals.
It's fiscally advantageous.
I don't even know what that means.
HCM is a serious heart condition affecting as many as 1 in 200 people. Like me.
And me. It can impact how you feel and what you can do.
I still felt tired on my beta blocker. So I talked to my cardiologist.
About treatment advances that gave me new options.
It was a breakthrough for me.
That conversation was big for me.
Talk to your cardiologist and find out what options may be out there for you.
Deliver yourself. The Audi Q5.
It's time for the defender. Defensive play of the game. The rookie, Anthony Volpe. Ground ball off the bat of Ibanez. Nice play to the glove side. Spins and fires a strike. Does the old 360 right to LeMahieu, and that is our defender. Defensive play of the game. Yankees 5-game winning streak is on the line. They're down by 7. Subpar outing by Carlos Rodon kind of set the tone for this one. And that is a big hole from which to climb. We'll see if they can do it here in the bottom of the ninth. They'll try against Trey Wingenter. This will be his 11th game. Kind of similar to last week in Detroit. Yankees took the first 3 and then they lost the last game in extra innings on a throwing error by Torres. This one, obviously not that close, but where the Yankees have put themselves at this point, if they have any aspirations to make a run, you got to complete sweeps. You can't just be happy taking series. So right now, unless they have a dramatic, unexpected comeback, they would have taken 2 out of 3 from Detroit. Here's Volpe.
It gets down to, that's why I never really loved 4-game series, too. I always thought it was very hard to sweep a team 4 consecutive days.
Wingenter called up today as Matt Manning goes on the IL after he suffered the broken right foot from Stanton's comebacker. 3rd big league season, couple of years with San Diego, this year with Detroit. He's 29 years old. Two and one. Volpe 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Two and two. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Volpe down on strikes. Well, stay tuned after the final out for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame and get analysis from the studio and player reaction from the clubhouse. Plus, Aaron Boone on the manager's report and a look ahead to the series with the Brewers. Here's Higashioka. He is 0 for 3 tonight. And a strike. Just a bit outside, 1-1. Wingenter was out from late April or early July with shoulder tendonitis. And another pitcher who had what seems to be the requisite Tommy John surgery, missed all of 2020 and almost all of 2021 recovering. Three and two. No such thing as an automatic surgery, but that seems to be the preferred one to get. You don't want to hear rotator cuff.
No. You know, there's been cases where teams have drafted guys out of high school knowing that they had to get Tommy John. They are that convinced that it works, and it usually does.
Clark Schmidt.
Mm-hmm.
Yankees drafted him. He had Tommy John surgery, and here he is looking pretty good. Here's Everson Pereira. His 2-run double in the 4th inning was impressive. He hit it so hard that Nevin didn't even get a chance to move, and he didn't have that far to go, and the ball just rocketed to the wall, and he picked up 2 ribbies. And that's the book on Pereira. He hits the ball really hard. So in his short time up, he has 7 runs batted in. Hits the ball hard again, but right at Lipsius. 2 away. Yankees down to their final out. So here's Peraza. 0 for 3. Runner goes from first, foul ball. So he'll go back. And now the Yankees are down to their final strike. Yankees swept 3 in Houston against the Astros, took the first 2 against the Tigers, cut the wild card deficit to 6.5. But that winning streak looks like it's about to end here. Grounded to third. Lipsius bobbles, regains, fires. Not in time. Yankees still alive.
A tough play. That's got to be a base hit, right, Michael?
I would think so. Yep. Yes, it is.
And Plaza continues to put some good swings out there. Starting to get some confidence. A couple 3-hit games here in the last week.
8 for his last 19, his last 5 games, including this one. Here's Jake Bowers. And a strike. Bowers 2 hits in his last 26 at-bats. Has not had much playing time since the kids came up. So an 0-2 count. First and second, 2 men out. Bottom of the 9th inning, 10-3 Tigers. Wingenter sounds like a tennis player.
Yeah, he does grunt when he throws it.
Yep. Just missed there. 2-2. Ground ball foul. Post game will be interesting. We'll hear from Bob Lorenz and John Flaherty, and they'll break down why Rodon struggled as much as he did today after 3 good starts in a row. That set the tone for the game. And the 2-2. 3-2 on Bowers. That releases the runners. Great 2 outs. And Bowers uses his timeout. And the pitch. Foul back. Higashi gets second. Peraza is at first. Bottom of the 9th. Yankees down by 7. Another foul ball.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues, oh, it's up to you, New York, New York, New York. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. to you, New